Hello, what's going on, guys? I am AkumaNexus, bringing you guys back some more My Hero. I know it's been a while since I've actually done a review for My Hero, and it's only really been a while because, number one, I'm not too crazy about this arc. The only episode that really gets me interested within this arc is like the last fight, which is upcoming next weekend between Deku and Bakugo versus All Might. Otherwise, like, I've been caught up to the manga, and I essentially know what's gonna happen, so I just want to watch to watch. And I didn't watch them, number one, because I figured since I know what's happening, I may as well just go and, I guess, make content. And then number two, being that I was out of town. So I actually low-key wanted to do a review of those because I actually wanted to sit there and see Momo's pop off. But unfortunately, I was out of town. So I apologize, guys, for not having any My Hero reviews. I'm probably going to start posting manga reviews because that last chapter was fire. That last chapter was fire. So I'm more than definitely going to start doing My Hero manga reviews. I'm going to try and get a manga review out this week of it because, oh my god, that manga was fire, bro. I'm sorry. Oh, every manga reviewer knows. Shout out to Mirio. Just for the whole arc. Shout out to Mirio. But guys, what is going on? I'm Dylan. If you're enjoying, sub a like, subscribe. Also post what type of content you guys like to see. I made a favorite My Hero Academia heroes video, and it did really well, and most of you guys loved it, and it just, the retention was really good, and the editing was really good. It takes a long time though to make stuff like that and to make stuff happen like that, so hopefully you guys can bear with me and understand that it's gonna take some time. Also, I'm gonna have the board to review out probably like either later today or tomorrow. Again, I was out of town. I didn't get the chance to watch it. So I'm trying to play catch up here. You know what I mean? I'm trying to play catch up. But essentially, this episode was honestly not that bad. We had the silent dude actually pop off a little bit here against Present Mike, one of my favorite characters. I love Present Mike. I do. He's just, I get that Air Gear vibe from him. Does anybody else get that Air Gear vibe? When Iki and the rest of whatever his team was called, some long ass name, whatever his team was called, and they went to that final showdown where him and Agito had to face the dudes inside of the Hell Cell, and just the charisma that they brought. Yeah, the commentator that they brought, the charisma, it's just like essentially the same thing as I get from President Mike, and I like it. I always love when the characters have this type of, you know, personalities, attitude, and they kind of mix in their language with English. It's funny. I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I like it. I like it. So President Mike, I really fucking like. I actually like his quirk too. Dude's got an amplifier to make that shit spread even further. So I fucking love that shit, dude. But Quiet Dude actually pulls off because come on. He's so irrelevant, nobody can actually remember his name. So I apologize if I don't remember his name. But Quiet Dude here, which yes, he can actually talk. He's just really shy and quiet. Actually pops off here with him and Jiro against President Mike, and they're both sound based. He can speak to animals, I guess, kind of control them, as well as insects, anything living essentially, really. And humans, I don't know actually. That would be interesting to figure that out. It's never been tested, but who knows. Essentially you can control them and make them do what he wants them to do just by speaking to them. So it is vocally, and it does have something to do with sound. So whereas Zero, we already know her little meaty earlobes, which, oh my gosh, she's my wife, by the way, little meaty earlobes attaching and to like her boots or something like that, and it gives off like her heartbeat. So there's that against President Mike, the dude with the insanely loud vocal cords. Even as a child, the dude's cries went to the heavens. Goodness gracious, dude. So going up against him, I honestly thought, and this is by reading the manga versus watching the anime, that I honestly thought that these guys were going to lose. And I say this because we haven't seen enough of Jiro to actually see how strong she really is. Anytime we see her, she always seems to be pinned to a corner, as well as his silent dude. Like I said, we haven't seen enough of him. The small few instances we've seen of him is when Tokoyami in season 1, and Tokoyami, let's be honest, he carried the entire thing. So with these two, honestly, when I saw them go up against President Mike, who is a pro hero, who's honestly really strong, he slept on, he's really strong, I thought, reading the manga, that they were going to lose. And then I guess rewatching it in the anime, for some reason, I feel like it's just because I read the chapters, but for some reason I felt like they were going to win. And I'm gonna try and say this without my manga experience. I felt like they're going to win in the anime and not the manga, because in the anime, I guess from President, I guess you feel President Mike's vibe here, and maybe this is weird to say, but most characters with this personality, even if they're good, they find a way to lose. You know what I mean? Like, the very cheery, over-exaggerated, charismatic characters in anime, they find a way to lose, even if they're super strong. And I guess watching the anime made me think that, you know, he's gonna lose, versus, well, reading the manga, since I guess you can't really pick up vibes from there. I guess you can make them up in your mind, but you can't really pick them up. I kind of thought that, you know, Jiro and Silent Dude were going to get slaughtered, since they suck. So that's the thing. But I'd love to see character development, especially for Jiro, as even in the manga, as this goes on. She's one of my favorite characters. I love her. She's a baddie, but they put in a lot of work. I would be so fucked up if I was actually President Mike. I don't fear insects. It just would be gross, and like nobody wants to deal with that shit. Like no. He had insects climb up his leg from underground, which sound could not be picked up, or it's slower down there, and they just came from underground and they all covered him up. And I was like, nope, absolutely not. Hell to the no, dude. And I can't blame my guy for being fucked up. Even the crowds that were watching, they're like, dude, this is fucked. And also, I totally forgot a little bit of OCHACO and Laser Dude. Can't remember his name either. I'm sorry, I can't, dude. I cannot. Come on, man. These characters don't get enough screen time for me to actually remember their names like that. Dude just called her out. He's like, so you got feelings for Deku. You were thinking of him, right? And I'm like, how? Like, actually, how? Like, that literally screams that the writers wanted the viewers to notice. Because actually, how does he know this? Like, I can understand if Tenya knows this. Maybe Tokoyami even. Hell, even Momo. Even Todoroki. Hell, even Bakugo. But dude, how this guy? The amount of... Okay, he has like, I wouldn't say little screen time. He also doesn't have a lot. He has like somewhere in between. Lean more towards little, but somewhere in between. And I feel like this dude could also go somewhere too once he gets a little more mastery of his quirk. I mean, because it's just pretty powerful and has really good movement too. But it also makes him completely immobilized and he just can't move, and he gets a terrible tummy ache the moment he's done. So I'm hoping that, I don't know, he kind of goes through a little Deku. Well, only probably though, I doubt it, but I kind of hope he goes through like a little Deku trial where he just learns to control his quirk better. That's it. And I feel like that's why a majority of these people are at the UA Hive, so they can control their quirk better. Whereas some, like, you know, Momo and Todoroki and Bakugo, have an insane coordination and connection with their quirk, and they just go. Especially I keep saying Todoroki and Momo, since they were recommended in. And Bakugo, I say Bakugo because he was, you know, top of his class, and he was in because he got the top of his class. So essentially, but OCHACO, I like the look on her face. Like, I don't know what it is, but most times when I see a main character female, kind of like an OCHACO spot, like Sakura, or I guess you could even say we're talking about Bulma, hell, even Nami, I'm not nuts about them. I actually can't stand them, and they're incredibly annoying. But the writers of My Hero actually know how to write women, and I fucking like that. Like, almost all the females in this series I actually like, and most females in series I hate because they're annoying. Like, I don't know why they always make them annoying, but in this series of My Hero, I like them. I like them a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I like them. Like almost all the female characters, they're great. They're just great. They're just great. You know, Momo, Jiro, OCHACO, especially Suyu and Momo. Whoo! They're great, dude. They are just great. But she just blushed the fuck up, and I'm like, bro, I think we all knew, and I think everybody also shipped as well. OCHACO and fucking Deku, everybody literally shipped it since day one. But the thing is it's kind of like one of those ships where I guess there's also where there was the few handful, and I kind of leaned between the few handful as well as the dedicated yes, this is happening, of that yes, Deku and Uraraka are happening, and then like it's just a ship thing, it's just a fanbase thing, and it's not happening. Bruh, she is the one that's actually going nuts about him, bruh. It's like most times it'll be to the dude, but this time it's a chick, and it's Uraraka. It's actually her, dude. I love her hero name too, Uravity. Like, I don't know, she just gives me life. She's precious, she's adorable, she's also fine as shit, She gives me life, bro. She gives me pure the epitome of life. And then not to mention, of course, the boy Mineta, which people gotta stop hating the boy, man. He's not that bad. He's kind of funny sometimes. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, yeah, sometimes I get it though. I get it how he could be extremely annoying, but some people gotta lay off, bro. Like he's funny sometimes, dude. Like in this episode, Sero just got dicked. He got dicked by midnight, dude. She put him to sleep immediately, dude. And the funny thing is, dude, he got really petty and angry and upset in his feelings. Not because Sero was beaten first, not because his teammate is gone, but purely because of the fact that Sero got to lay in his lap, or lay in Midnight's lap, and his head got to touch the rack and bounce off of it before his could. Like, he literally sat there as bait to fall into her hands and just give up like that. And I mean, realistically, I feel like Sero could beat her. He could outrange her. I feel like he could win, you know? He could either probably escape pretty successfully. He's got range on her, so I just feel like he could. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just me. Anybody else agree in the comment section? I just feel like Sero could. Like, if Mineta was the one that was put to sleep and it was up to Sero, I just feel like Sero could. He could. So yeah, that's just me. That's just my thoughts. I love Sero. That's just my thoughts. But Mineta though, popping off though, it was really interesting because as like come from a reader and a watcher standpoint here, I thought to myself, why the fuck is this guy a hero? Like, dude, you're in a pro hero school. Why the fuck are you here? And he's like, to get women. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Why did I actually find this funny? Why did I laugh? Like, he literally is just here just to get bitches, dude. And I'm like, well, Mineta is probably a coon and a nigga, and I kind of respect his ambitions. Not so much, but I respect the hustle. Do I say? Dude, you're fucking weak, you suck, and you probably should go home, is what a lot of people should say. But nah, not this episode, not this week, guys. He popped off with my boy's Grape Rush, dude. Dude got a nice, clean combo off of Midnight, and he actually successfully ran away. Because if the matchup isn't in your favor, you have to run and go to a professional hero. Or just call up a professional hero. So, that's what's looking like that has to be in your favor, and that's okay to do, which I feel like is something incredibly smart that they should be teaching these kids, because a lot of them, as you can see in the same fight, thinking, oh, I have to do this now, I have to do this, I have to do this, especially seeing Tinya's perspective. So it's actually really smart that they're teaching these kids this, that it's okay to go get help, because this is one thing just in the real school system that they actually don't teach that well, like asking for help. Which, at least for my school, it was like frowned upon. It was so fucking weird, dude. But then again, maybe it's because I was in like these high-ass classes, so there were people competitive as fuck for God knows what reason, dude. It's a book. But I mean, in reality, back to my hero, I liked this episode. I actually kind of liked Mineta's little pop-off, one of the few pop-offs he gets. Probably one of the most screen times you'll ever fucking get, dude. I don't know. I like Mineta, I do, so I kind of appreciated this nice wholesome episode. And then you have, of course, the next episode being probably the best episode, just the best fight we're going to get out of this entire arc, which is Deku and Bakugo versus the one of the only, the GOAT, All Might. And I'm really excited to actually see it animated. I really am, guys. Everybody knows that Bakugo's going to be on his selfish shit, being all like, bro, we're not going to get a professional hero. I want to take on All Might, see how well I fare up against him. And I'm like, bro, he's a pro hero, you're a student. I get that you were top class and everything, but come on, bro. You're in two different leagues, especially the lack of experience that almost a majority of these heroes have, which is insane. They have faced both Stain as well as the League of Villains, and it's still not enough experience to what most of these pro heroes go through. So I think Bakugo is really going to have to take a chill pill. I'm excited though, guys. I am excited. If you guys enjoyed though, please have a like, subscribe. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you thought about it. Did you enjoy this episode, guys? Are you enjoying this arc? Because I know it's not really like a insanely main, like, I guess, main story. I guess it is. So I wouldn't necessarily say that, but I guess it's not necessarily like a story necessarily to say. It's more along of a character build-up arc. So I guess I just love to hear your thoughts, guys. If you enjoyed it, have a like, subscribe. I'm AkumaNexus. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys